to my Flosstube. This is Flosstube number 117. I think I got it right this week. I'll see when I'm editing, but my notes say 117, so that has to count for something. It is Saturday morning here in San Antonio, 10:34 a.m., Saturday, October 31st, 58 degrees. It's been chilly here, but it's a gorgeous sunny day. It's going up to 77. It's just perfect weather, just perfect weather. Yeah, I have a lot to show you. It is Saturday, so Mike is home. He's actually sitting outside with his Kindle right now, I think he's reading. He walked by the table and said, "Oh my God, honey." Chaos is in front of me, but it's a good chaos, and I'm going to share that chaos with you. We leave tomorrow for Phoenix, so I wanted to get this video in before we left and catch you up on some things. I won't do a video next week. We get back on the 7th, and so look for a video probably the following Monday or Tuesday, I'm thinking, barring anything strange, which in this world, we're looking forward to being we're actually going to be in Williams, Arizona, just south of the Grand Canyon. We're going to be in a cabin at a KOA up there, enjoying a week with Mike's dad. So yeah, I hope to have some pretty pictures from you, some pretty videos of that area of Arizona. We've been to the Grand Canyon a number of times, but we haven't really, and of course Flagstaff and Sedona and all of that, but we haven't really explored much else in that area. So we're looking forward to that and just getting away. So yeah, let's see. I have some finishes. I have one finish. It's a kind of a repeat, a fully finished whips, haul, knitting, design information, and meetup information, and then more in my holiday gift extravaganza. So buckle in. I hope you have something to drink, some stitching to keep you company, and let's get started. All right, yesterday, first and foremost, yesterday I did meet up with Kimberly Jolly, owner of the Fat Quarter Shop, and had a wonderful time. Kimberly, thank you so much for sharing part of your day with me. It was so much fun. Get to know her a little bit and just talk. You know, there really is something, no matter how different your upbringing may be, or how different you may be as people, or, you know, no matter what seems to happen when you meet and you talk and you're meeting up because you have a similar love for a hobby, there is a bonding there that happens. There's a naturalness and, you know, just, I don't know. I have just always found myself so comfortable talking to other people who love the same things as I do. And I'm an introvert, Kimberly's an introvert, but we didn't run out of things to say. Let's just put it that way. We met at Stitches from the Heart and had a wonderful time wandering around that shop, talking to the owner. The owner says thank you so much for all of those that enjoyed the video I did of the shop and then called her to make purchases. She had not been aware I was doing the video, so all of these, you know, everybody said I saw the video on Hicks Creates Flosstube. So she was tickled, and I'm tickled as well, because I love supporting that kind of thing. You know, I love supporting our local shops. That's very important. Yeah, so it was just a wonderful, wonderful day yesterday. Again, Kimberly, thank you so much. I hope we get to do it again, either when you come back down here or when Mike and I start venturing out in our little camper, in our little trailer. There's a lot of campgrounds up around the Austin area that we'll be exploring. So, very good. I also wanted to let you know, tomorrow on Fiber Talk, Gary's guest will be moi. So I had a wonderful talk with Gary. Again, we could have talked for hours. We closed it at an hour though, because that's his show. So anyways, tune in tomorrow to Fiber Talk and you will learn more about me, my background, how I got to this point in my life and my creative life, I guess I should say. And just all kinds of different topics. So I hope you'll enjoy that. I will put the link to that below. let's see. Unpacking. Going much slower than I had hoped. We now have a pathway carved amongst the boxes to get back to other boxes. We're finding things packed that, of course, if we had been there to do our own packing, would have never made it into a box. We have pretty much a really good store now in our storage unit of canned goods, of cat food, of like dried beans and chickpeas and rice. But they packed the honey. We had bought honey. There's a beekeeper on Kamehameha Highway. No, it's on the other road, going north up to the North Shore. Forget what that one's called. Forget already. That's pretty sad, right? Anyway, there's a beekeeper there that we got honey from, that it is the best honey that I've ever had. And it was a big jar, and we only used maybe a third of it. I didn't think they'd pack that. They're not supposed to, or our understanding was that they wouldn't pack liquids. They packed that. Oh, it's the best honey. I was so happy. Anyways, I found my fabric. I have all of my cross stitch fabric now here in the RV with me. I found all of my knitting needles. Haven't found my DMC set yet. Haven't found my yarn swift. Found my yarn winder. Haven't found my swift. So we've got pretty much everything we wanted to get for in the RV here, for in the, like the kitchen stuff, but those are the two major items that we're still looking for. And winter clothes. It's gonna be cold in Williams. Mike especially needs some winter clothes. So we didn't make it there to the storage unit the past few days because of other things we had to do after Mike got off of work. So I hope when we get back from Arizona, we get to get back in there for some chunks of time. But you know, it's not like I don't have things to keep me occupied, right? Yeah. Let's see. Okay. That's all the kind of odds and ends. So stitching. Finish, fully finished. I did show you this last week. This is my Thankful design with Cosmo Floss. It is now fully finished and I am thrilled with it. So I used for the background, this is the velveteen that came in the Fibers on a Whim September texture pack. So I was able to use that, and I think that's a perfect background for this. This is just a frame that I got at Michael's. It's an 8x10, I believe. And I think it works perfectly for this. I picked up this piece of brown burlap and this, I think it's paper flowers at Michael's that I think work perfectly to pull out the colors in the flowers. The ribbon that I have around it, I did wrap, what do you call this? Twirl it, spin it, wind it. I have one of the Kreinik, you know, cording thingies to make your own cording. This is rayon ribbon that I had gotten when I was making jewelry. So this is something that I had in my stash, variegated rayon ribbon that is like the exact colors of what I have in my design. I could not have planned this better if I had tried. So I am thrilled with this. Again, this is charted in Cosmo. Now, as you know, I had worked out with the yarn shop that I worked with at in Sarasota, A Good Yarn, that they would provide the floss packs. She had 6 of those. That's how much of the colors that I used she had to put together 6 floss packs. I believe 3, maybe 4 of them have sold. After evaluating it, she has decided that it is not, she's not making enough to be spending her time on this. She was offering free shipping because the shipping is so, you know, minuscule for 6 skeins of floss, but she just decided that business-wise it did not make sense for her to do this. she had said, I was actually going to check and I didn't. I will check when I do the notes to see if she has it still up on her website. She had said she was going to sell through what she had, so only 2 or 3 more floss packs, and then that would be it for her. So if you are interested in getting this and interested in getting the floss pack, she may still have some. Or if you're in the area, you can always go to the shop and pick it up in Sarasota. However, that did not work out as well as I'd hoped. But talking to Kimberly yesterday, Kimberly the Fat Quarter Shop does sell Cosmo. She does not have the full range though. But what we are going to do, I am going to include the DMC for this. I'm going to go in this afternoon and add the DMC conversion to the pattern. At this point, it is only charted in Cosmo. So I'll add the DMC conversion. So that will be something you can use. But in addition, Kimberly, she does not have all the colors for this yet. So she will be getting those in, and I will be working with her from now on to create packs for my designs. It does take a while to get the Cosmo floss in, so it's not something that's going to be available immediately. It does come from Japan, so it takes a while. And I don't know whether... Japan, I think, is still doing okay. I don't think they're seeing a spike, so I don't think any more shutdowns are going to happen between there and here. So I'm going to... The PDF will also be available on the Fat Quarter Shop, as well as the floss when it gets here, and then going forward, as I had mentioned in my last video, I plan on doing a Cosmo design every quarter. So going forward, both the design and the floss pack will be available on the Fat Quarter Shop. So I love this, and I will be continuing to work with Cosmo because I really do think it's the best cotton floss out there from the different ones I've experienced. I also found, I just had to show you this again, I also found my fractal bookmark in my unpacking. Now, this was rather a disconcerting find because this was not wrapped at all. This was just placed in a box with other stuff. No wrapping around it, no bubble wrap. I have not found Harbor Haven yet. Harbor Haven and this were ones that were on our valuables list. You know, you let them know the things that you are valuable so that they take extra precautions with it. This was not on the list. The pack out from there were a lot of things. You know, they put a number on every box and on every item, and they have an inventory. So as you're unpacking, you check off to make sure everything is there. There were a ton of things with no numbers. There were boxes with no information written on it as to what was in that box. Like I said, I have not found Harbor Haven yet. It had better be okay. But I thought you might enjoy seeing Fractal. This is the Over 1 28 count freebie bookmark that is available every month. They do a different, it's a part of one of their fractal designs, and it's free, so they call it a bookmark size. A new one comes out the beginning of every month. This was for March of 2019, I believe. I finished this at the end of 2019, like December 31st exactly, and had this framed in Hawaii. So that is now going to find a home somewhere here. All right, stitching. I did get stitching done. Most of the time we spent a couple hours in the afternoon and came home pretty much exhausted from moving boxes and lifting stuff and toting stuff and finding homes for stuff. But I was stitching in the evenings. A couple evenings I did, and I was too exhausted. So what did I work on? Pumpkins for sale. Still plugging along very slowly on this. This probably only gets an hour every 2 or 3 days. And it's going to continue to get that amount of time through November, and we'll see how much I get done. But I am still loving the fact that I chose this fabric. I am loving the fact that I'm converting the pumpkins. So slowly but surely, this one will get worked on. there's definitely more stitching to this than I anticipated. So that is that one. I have a lot more to go on it. That is going to go with me to Phoenix. By the way, where did I put that? Oh, I put it up there. Before I forget, and in case these get buried, the winner of these, and I'm sorry, I don't remember at this point. I know I got your address. These will be getting put in the mail today. We found our printer. We got it hooked up. I will be able to print mailing labels, and this will go out today. I have not heard yet. I believe it was Kim Whitney that won this. I have not heard yet from you, Kim, for your address. Obviously, I won't be here to mail it out this week anyways. But if I do not hear from you by the time I do my next video, then I will pull somebody else for that. Prim Stitch series. I am making good progress on part 4 of this. That is that there. So I expect I will have that done. This is going with me to Phoenix as well. So I'll get this done relatively soon, get the border done. Probably not before part 5 comes out, but that's okay. I am loving this still. This is such a sweet stitch. I was supposed to sit down with Kimberly yesterday and talk about stitching 1 over 1. It's not that my understanding is it's not that she necessarily wants to be able to do it herself, but she does get questions. And so, you know, all knowledge is worth having, basically. So she wants to be able to answer those questions, you know, on her Flosstube or live stream. We were talking about so many other things. We never even got to this. And we forgot to take a picture. She's like, I texted her after she dropped me off here. Funny thing, out of all of San Antonio where she could be, she's in a hotel 2 miles from where we are in this RV park. So she just picked me up. We talked all the way up to Stitches from the Heart. We talked all the time there. We talked all the way back. We had lunch together. We never talked about stitching over 1. And we forgot to get a picture together. And I said, well, it didn't happen if we didn't get a picture together, right? So, oh well. I pulled back out, and it's been wound up further on the scroll rods. I pulled back out my Star Center quilt, Jeanette Douglas's gorgeous piece. I took out what I got wrong. I haven't taken, I know, ladies, these are wrong. One of this should be facing the other way, the white. I haven't taken that out yet. I'm going to wait till the end to fix those to make sure I have enough of the cream. But I did take out this here that was wrong. I also had, I had placed these wrong over on this side. So I took that out and redid that as well. So I'm back on track with this. This will be going with me to Phoenix as well. And I hope to get a whole lot more done on it. Somebody posted on my Facebook group, I'm sorry, I don't remember who, their finish of this. And they did it on kind of a grayish brown fabric. And I think she might have changed some of the colors. I didn't ask. It was stunning. Stunning work. Just gorgeous. So I said, I feel like a slacker. I need to get this done. And especially since I did put 2020 as the date on this. So I'm pretty sure I'll get it done because it does, I mean, once I sit down and have time to do it, it does go relatively quickly. All right, so the next thing that I worked on was the Baroque Sampler. So this is from Historische Werkmeister in Germany. The designer of this is, I was going to look up how to pronounce this name. Dorothea Kanzi. So this is her design. And this is that really long one. This is like 36 inches of fabric here. This is stitched on 46 count straw by Weeks Dye Works with a variety of different silks. I have Mrs. Sadis, I have thread pickers, and I have Victoria Clayton in this. And it's scrumptious to work on. Now, I did have this on my long scroll rods. I did this. This is a piece of the fabric width is 19 inches. So I had it on a set of 20-inch scroll rods. And I was using it on my Lowry. I also found my Lowry stand. But the Lowry does not work right with the way my recliner is set up in here. There's just not room for it to get it far enough back. So it's coming at me at an angle. I don't have the corner clamp for it, and I don't think the corner clamp would help because it would still be too far out from me. So I have it coming at an angle. So imagine this big scroll rod, and I started to work over here a couple nights ago. And so I was having to reach around. So I keep my left hand, I do when I'm working with a scroll rod or with, on a Q-snap, I do stitch two-handed. I don't use the sewing method generally. And I have my left hand underneath. I was having to reach around like this to get to the back in the center. And I ended up with, I have some intense pain coming down here. My Lowry just is not working. So I switched to the Q-snap in the hopes that it's a smaller area and I'm gonna just work on the left-hand side so I'm not having to reach. It's right here and I can keep my shoulder in tight. But I did order an Elan from Artisan Design, and I wanna take a minute here and ask you guys for information. For any of you who have ordered from them, I want to know what your experience is. Because here is what's happened. So I ordered the Elan lap stand, so, you know, I can have it right in front of me and hopefully it'll alleviate any problems, right? I ordered it last Sunday. I got the PayPal receipt, but I did not get an order confirmation from the Artisan Design website. I gave it a day, and Monday I got onto the website, and as I was checking out, you know, you have the option to create an account, as you do with many websites, and so I did, theoretically, create an account. Monday, I waited till like Monday afternoon, and I hadn't gotten yet the email order confirmation. So I thought, okay, let me log into my account and see what it says there, because I was creating an account so I could keep track of that order, right? I couldn't log in. It wasn't accepting my login. And you know, technology, you never know if the password is really saved or not. So I used the forgot my password thing, and it's supposed to send an email so that you can reset your password. I never got that email. So I waited until Tuesday for that to see if the email was just, I don't know, it shouldn't take that long, you know, but I waited to see if there was some problem. And I checked spam and I checked junk, you know, I checked all the things. Never got the email to reset the password. So I went on to, and this was Tuesday, I went back onto the Artisan Design website and used their contact form to say, hey, I just want a sanity check. Did you get my order? And this is what happened with the password. There's something not working right with that. So I guess, you know, I understand he's a one-man operation, and it may very well be that he works in the order that he gets the orders, and he doesn't deal with anything else about a future order until he gets to that order. That may be. I want to know your experience. Should I be worried? Is this how it normally works when ordering from him? I hope nothing has happened to him. I hope his business is still good. I hope he is still good. But yeah, I guess I just want a sanity check from you guys. So let me know what your experience is for any Elan, Gazelle, anything you've ordered from him. Knitting. I've also spent a bit of time knitting, working on my Kentia wrap. And that is coming along nicely. So I have the first zigzag, I have the slip stitch section, and I think I have about 10 more rows of the second zigzag. The second zigzag is still a little hard to see. There's more lighter parts of that, the second contrast actually the third contrast yarn, but you kind of get the idea of a zigzag there. This is staying home. This is not going with me to Arizona because I have something else that I'm going to be starting, and I will show you that in a second. Knitting related. Okay. Okay. Just making sure I haven't forgotten anything. I think now I'm going to move on to tips and tricks before I get to stash. Okay. So my tips and tricks for you today is about the Silk app by Historische Werkmeister. Now, I've talked to you about it before, and at that point in time, it was just you could look at your pattern, your whatever you bought, but you couldn't really do anything with it. They have done a ton of updates to make it incredibly usable, incredibly useful, and I mean, really, really well done. I am going to be working, they have several free patterns on their website, and I'm going to be working with that to show you how it works. I did want to show you, so this is on, so in the app, you have 3 different sections. You have current project, my patterns, and store. So you buy the patterns through the app, and it gets put into my pattern section. This is the free one. The ones up here are all free. This is the free one I'm going to be working with. This is the Baroque Sampler, and then this is Winter Wonderland. It's starting tomorrow as a stitch along with Shiloh, X Stitch MD. So, more on that later, but I want to work with you through a pattern and show you how this works. So, like I said, I'm going to be using this free one. And isn't that an awesome little freebie? I think that's so pretty. So you click on it, and it says, okay, do you want to open the pattern? Well, yes. Yes, I do. And the pattern opens up. Now, you'll see at the top, you have 2 options, either to look at it or to edit it. See the little eye? Right now, the pencil is highlighted, so you're just seeing the black and white symbols. If I go back and click on the eye, it shows the symbols with the colors. This is not editable. This you can move around, you can look at it, but this isn't editable. To actually work with the stitches, you click on the pencil. And watch what happens. Watch how easy this is. So I'm working on my swan here. I use my finger and I just go over what I've stitched, and voila. Voila. Oops, I missed a stitch there. Voila. Easy peasy. And it colors it in with the color, you know, relevant to what color you're using. Now, if I say, whoops, I didn't mean to do that, there's a little arrow over here, a little redo arrow. Click on that. Click on that. Whoops, you can see my different steps of choosing those stitches. I have to keep stepping back with that arrow. I don't know how many undo steps it has, but it keeps going back. Now you'll see that arrow has disappeared because I have nothing stitched. There's nothing to undo, but there is a little like pencil or marker type thing there. I'm going to choose some more stitches, color them in All right, so say I've stitched that, and see that little green one there? That, oh, I haven't actually stitched that yet. I don't want to undo because that'll undo all of them. I'm gonna tap on my little pencil or marker there and see how it turns red, and then I will tap on the green one and it just undoes it. Now, when you first load this app in, and first time using this, it will step you through like how to use the different functions. So you don't have to worry about like remembering this right now, but it is really straightforward, common sense. They also have, so up here you see the little, get this back around here. Up here you see the little like floss bobbin. Tap on that. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to tap on. And that gives you all your colors. They have it charted in both DMC and Soie d'Alger. So you can see the color. And it tells you how many stitches in each of the colors and how many you have left once you start working on the pattern. Now, the other thing that I did tap on was the little clock thing. And so that gives you a lot of information about how much time you've spent. Let me see what else is on here. Completion, 0.3% completed. I've done 5 stitches per day, and it tells you the time, the date range that you've worked on it. I've done 11 out of 3,254 stitches, and I've been stitching this for 4 minutes, and I have about 22 hours remaining. I'm not sure how it determines that. I guess if you do 5 stitches per day, that's how long it would take. My Baroque Sampler, I'm not going to show you this because I don't want to show you the chart, but I will read you my information. So the Baroque Sampler, I get 764 stitches per day. Wow, that's quite a bit. I'm not sure that's accurate. I've been working on this since October 28th. Let's see, completion, I am 3.3% completed on my Baroque Sampler. I've done 2,294 stitches out of 68,865. I've been stitching for 1 day, 2 minutes, and I still have about 4 weeks and 1 day remaining if I keep up at that pace. Yeah, it's kind of a wonky way because there's no consistency in my life, but it's kind of interesting. You can also, kind of funny, export your progress. Whoops. Well, I didn't want to show that anyway. You can also export your progress if you want. So, I am thrilled that you can now chart your progress and keep track of your progress in the patterns for Historische Werkmeister. Now, like I said, Winter Wonderland, I'll be talking about that in a minute, but I want to go to the store because the really big news, they have several designers there whose work is just outstanding. If you haven't taken a spin through the Historische Werkmeister site yet, I highly recommend it. I will link that below. But in addition to their other already outstanding designers, Jacob de Graaf of Modern Folk Embroidery is now on the app with them. So again, just PDFs. I don't know, I didn't look to see if he's also selling hard copies through their store. I don't know, with Germany going into lockdown again, they may not ship anymore. You know, they may not be shipping for a while until things clear up again. I don't know whether Germany is just essential businesses now or not. But anyways, Jacob de Graaf is now here. He currently only has 1 pattern up. I talked to Dorothea, and she said over the next few days they're going to be getting more and more of his patterns in the store. So that is good news indeed. And of course, all of his PDFs will work in the Silk app like I just showed you. So I'm just over the moon about that. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to show you for tips and tricks today. It is at this point only for Apple users. And of course it does only work with the patterns in their store. I hope over time they will get more designers in. I think as they grow, there will probably be more designers interested. Sorry about that. I would love it if they would start getting some of the French designers in, you know, the ones that are kind of hard to find here. So many of the European designers that are hard to find here. It'd be awesome if they started, or the Russian designers. Oh my God. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. If I don't know the answer, I know where to go to get them. So I hope that you found that useful. All right, now I need to switch some things around so I can show you haul and future starts. Soon to be starts, so hold on. So what did I get? I'm going to have these separated into what I got is just normal haul and what I got as starting to gather stuff for the holiday gift extravaganza. So I got the last kit for the silver needle, a little help from our friend's stitching circle. And that is called Edge of the Woods by the Cricut Collection. So it is a pincushion. Very fall feel to it. I think this is so pretty. I've never done one like this, so I'm looking forward to it, but probably not till next fall. So that comes with, oops, oh, get back here. It has a piece of green. I'm pretty sure this is Witchelt water lily linen, probably 32 count. The floss, there goes the needles. Remind me to pick that up when I'm done here. So we have some overdyes and some DMC. There's beads on it somewhere. There's some other bead needles. Must have beading and other needles. And little pins, just another Button Company pins. So, like I said, I probably won't get to that until next fall, but I think that's super cute. Now, I did sign up. I had told you that I was, and I will. I did sign up for next year's club as well. Don't know when it starts, but I don't know if there's still any openings, but I highly recommend. This is a great club. 6 kits. I think it's supposed to be every other month. And really the top designers, Bent Cricut Collection, hands-on design. I don't remember all the other ones, but I think, was Kathy Barrick one of them? I don't remember. But I mean, just really great designers, really cute kits. I highly recommend it. All right, I got my, I don't know, monthly packet from Fat Quarter Shop. That included the number 4, Kindness and Generosity. So that's the one we're currently working on. This is the Stitch Quarterly. It's So Emma, Hey Pumpkin. So this is their club, their monthly club. And after it's been released to the club, then I don't know when, a couple months later, they release it or they send it out to us and release it on the site. So those will both be giveaways after I get back. This is, it says magnetic silicone clips for scissors. I haven't opened this, but these are those little silicone magnet things that we've been seeing around, and I actually have some to show you myself. So everybody who is anybody is using these. And these are cool because I'm not going to open it. I don't know whether you can see there. They have things written on them. So there's one that says paper, one that says fabric, and one that says thread. So for these, they're meant to go on scissors. So your family will know, no, those are my fabric scissors. Those are the paper scissors. Pretty smart, huh? They also sent me a pattern for Plaid Farmhouse. Now the rest of this is quilt stuff. So this is designed by Priscilla and Chelsea. All right. They're designing quilts now. Who knew? Lori Holt, Be in My Bonnet. This one is Prim and Proper. That's really pretty. Of course, it looks like a cross-stitch design, right? And then foundation paper, Little and Big. Courthouse Steps. Now, these, I believe I'm going to save for the holiday gift extravaganza. So, and I may save this too. So I have the Bonnie and Camille, the tote bag, as one gift. I'll have this and I'll have this. That will be all on the same day. I have like, I think I'm up to about 12 or 13 gifts now, and I'll go over those in a bit. So different days. Each day will be a new one. Restocked my thread tucks bags. Guys, I don't know whether it's me or other people are using these, but these are sold out in a lot of pet places. I finally found them at Hobby House Needleworks in New York and ordered them there, as well as some other stuff, because I couldn't have those travel alone, right? Vicki Clayton Silks. She has every month, and I'm not totally sure what the setup is, but I think every month she's going to have a set of solid silks and a set of variegated silks, and you can buy, I don't think you actually subscribe. Maybe you do, but she also has them available just for sale on her website. This is the rub set. There is one missing from this because it is being set aside for Winter Wonderland, but let me go through these. So this is rubbed eggplant. And the rubbed one, if I remember the description, she like dyes it and then does a wet spray, maybe a dry spray over top to get the variegation. This is rubbed fuchsia. So pretty. This is rubbed evergreen. This is rubbed dark copper. Wait, I thought that was, oh, that one rolled over there. It was rubbed eggplant. I said, didn't I just show that? It rolled. This is rubbed dark gold. Rubbed deep peach. Rubbed dark sampler brown. That is scrumptious. Rubbed dark red. You could see that very well. There we go. That's better. And rubbed blue green. Oh, that's scrumptious. Like I said, I have one more I will be showing you in a second with some other stuff. These are her 6-ply silks. So, just so you know. I am loving working with these. These are excellent quality of silk. Yesterday, okay, let me show you these first, yeah. So I mentioned the silicone magnet things. I first saw these, somebody mentioned them on a Facebook group, and she had seen them. I think Pam, I'm not sure if Steph is, but I know Pam is using them on Just Keep Stitching. And she had gotten, I believe, the long ones. That's what these ones are. There's half gone because they're used in projects. I also got these smaller ones. These are not as small as the ones that the Fat Quarter Shop is using for their scissors. But I like these because sometimes the long ones are too much. You know, I don't need to have that long one to go around my Q-snap, you know, whatever. So the smaller ones fit the bill for different situations. And I will link both of these below. They're from Amazon. Yesterday at Stitches from the Heart, I got the floss that I need for my 3D project that is called Tempo. I will be taking that with me to Phoenix, and I hope to get, it's all charted, I hope to get it all stitched, and then when I get back, start the process of assembling it, and I'm gonna be taping all of that, videoing it so that you have a complete rundown of the steps to put it all together. So it's still a ways down the pike a bit, but at least I'm to the stitching part and I have the floss and all that. I had no intention of getting fabric, but you know, it's like she knows me already. She had a yard of fabric, and I don't know whether this is a new color. I think she said it was new, from Weeks Dye Works, Mocha, in 46 count. It is scrumptious, and I have piles sliding all over the place. And I decided to get this for the Smith sampler that will be starting January 1st. Now, the fabric that they have on here, it says the model was stitched on 46 count autumn gold from Lakeside Linen. The autumn gold, and that's what they used for the sample in the shop, and the sample there is a lot darker than what you're seeing here. A lot darker. And it is very similar to this, except this might be a little bit oranger, which is very unusual for me, right? Because I don't like orange. But this, I think this is scrumptious. Do you see that it has kind of a black wash over it? And I think these colors are absolutely going to pop on this as well. So I got, this is 46 count again. So I got the piece that I need for this. And then I got an additional fat quarter of it because it's just so pretty. I want to have it in my stash because I don't already have enough fabric. That's a lie. I have so much fabric. And there's some more I'm going to be showing you here in a second. I love fabric. I love it. So let me go ahead and show that to you. Let me move this down here. So I decided I was going to do Winter Wonderland, right? And I just showed you that picture from Historische Werkmeister. So this is the stitch along that is starting tomorrow, hosted by X-Stitch MD, Shiloh. There's going to be a tag, Winter Wonderland SAL. I'll include all that information below. But I couldn't decide. I've been trying to decide what fabric to use. And at the point that I bought this fabric, I didn't have my other fabric yet. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I don't know what's in my stash. I didn't even look in my stash. So I was thinking, okay, Christmas. They did it on kind of a pale linen, which was pretty, but I was thinking I wanted something different, right? Because that's kind of who I am. So I was thinking green, Christmassy, you know, the colors that are used are a dark red. This is Rouge by Mrs. Sadus. A brighter, lighter red. And this is the other Vicki Clayton floss I got. So this is rubbed dark sampler red. So this is my two reds. And then a white, and I am using Mrs. Sadus. This is number 70. So it's kind of like a very, very pale gray. So I was thinking green, but then I was thinking maybe a blue, a dark blue, kind of like a winter evening, or maybe a gold. So I got all those pieces. This is the gold. I don't remember what gold it is. I'm not going to look it up. If you want to know, let me, or if you want to know, ask me. But this is, I think, this is Picture This Plus, I think. I got that from Hobby House. So this is these colors on the gold. And I didn't like it. It's more of a, it's too much of an orangey gold for my taste. I say after just showing you that mocha from Weeks that's very orange. I have the pistachio. This is the one I got from Stitchy Box, the Fiber on the Whim sale that she had. So this is 36 count. So that's the colors on this, which is okay. It's not bad. And then also from Hobby House, whoops, that's not what I wanted to put there. Also from Hobby House, I got this piece of Twilight. And it's darker than what it's showing up. That's pretty good. Maybe a little bit darker. This is a 36 count again. This is by a dyer, and I believe the name was Erie Dye Company or something like that. It's not one I ever heard of. I assume that it's local, if not in-house by Hobby House Needleworks, since they are in New York. And yeah, this is the one I'm going to do, because I do like the idea of kind of a winter evening. I think it's going to be striking on this. I posted these choices, the green and the blue, on Instagram, and the majority of the people liked the green better. I like the blue better. So that will be for Winter Wonderland starting tomorrow. Also in the mail, I got a package from Clara. I hope I don't screw up your name too bad, Clara. Clara Arellano. Yeah, does that sound right? Clara Arellano. I had sent her a pattern that I had gotten from somebody, passed on to me. And it is from Design Works, let's see, by Joan Elliott. Whether it's called Namaste, Go in Peace, this one. I knew I wasn't going to be stitching it anytime too, and Clara wanted to do it, so I sent it to her, and when she finished it, she sent it back. So, in addition though, OMG, this girl is generous. This is Vicki Clayton's, one of Vicki Clayton's mystery fabrics. This is a yard, 40 count, mystery. Just gorgeous, Clara. She sent me, I love this, a Laura Nelkin kit. The stereo cuff. I've made a couple of these. I love them. Thank you. She sent me this gorgeous, gorgeous beaded bookmark. Clara, did you make this? Look at that. Because she knows. She knows my style and my taste. It's gorgeous. She sent me some knitting needles. Addie Rockets are wonderful needles in skinny sizes, because that's what I knit. And of course a thank you card. You didn't have to do all this, Clara, but oh my God, this fabric is scrumptious. A yard. Oh my God, beautiful. Okay, so that's the haul. Now Christmas. Well, holiday, right? Holiday extravaganza. This is starting. Well, let me do this first. So new starts. New start is, I feel like I'm all over the place. It's because you are, Jan. So new starts is Winter Wonderland tomorrow, and probably later today, a new knitting project. So this is called the Wilson Ruana by Kitty Bee Knitting. I think she's Cat Buck, B-U-C-H, on Ravelry. This is my friend Kat from A Good Yarn in Sarasota. She's a yarn dyer, she's a knitwear designer, she is amazing, and she's an amazing, gorgeous woman. And this is, let me do full screen. Whoever she got to take these pictures, the photography is amazing, the design is amazing. I'm sure she had these taken at Siesta Key. So the Ruana is just 2 panels down the front. They join at the neck and then go down the back. So kind of like an unconnected poncho. And it's a lace pattern throughout. She says it's just a 6-row lace pattern. Easy to memorize. So I couldn't resist. There's actually going to be a knit along on the Good Yarn Ravelry group if anybody's interested in joining us. It is made with a fingering weight yarn from Miss Babs called Katadyn. The Katadyn skeins come in 1750 yard skeins, so they're mega skeins. I was desperate to find my Swift so I didn't have to wind this by hand. I could not find my Swift. I need to get started on this. I want to take it with me to Phoenix. So I am winding. I happen to have 2 of these skeins in my stash. I did find this one. This is the one I wanted to use. The colorway is called Zombie Prom. Mrs. Babs Katadyn yarn. Or Miss Babs Katadyn yarn. So, yeah. That will be a new start for me. I think Mike wants to come in, but I am still talking. I think he just came to the door to listen to see if I was still talking. Poor guy. I'm almost done. I've gotten, let's see, I have a friend who, okay, so holiday gift extravaganza. I am starting to gather the stuff for that. I have, let's see, 13 different gifts. I'm going to start on Black Friday and have different gift or gifts every day. Some days there will be multiple ones. Some days there will be just one. I will have the bags from Deb Wessel. That is Deborah Harry's on Etsy. I am going to have a couple of codes for downloads from the Historische Werkmeister app, Silk, what I just showed you. You will need to have that app already downloaded so that because you will get the codes from them via the app. Let's see, all the stuff from Fat Quarter Shop. I'm going to have project bags from Kim Smith. She is Stitchin' Stuff, Kim Stitchin' Stuff on Etsy. I'm going to have a bag from Maria, my friend Maria Kutzner. I am going to have, let's see, some grime guards from Darlene Llewellyn Konechny. I'm going to have a scissor fob from Jennifer Upton. I have goodies coming from a couple people, stuff, just designs and kits, I think, to give away. I am going to have a painting from my son. And I'm going to have a couple other things that I wanted to show you. So I have a friend that is from my digital scrapbooking circle of friends, and she is now creating wellness products. She does have an Etsy site called Mountaintop Wellness. She makes soaps, she makes lotions, she makes creams, she makes lip balm, all kinds of stuff. I got some lotion here. I have not used this yet. I have to open it up. And I got some lip balm. She is going to be donating some bars of soap with some goodies for my holiday giveaway. And last but not least, and I will have her shop linked below as well, I got a package of goodies from Spain. You know who this is from, right? So I want to make sure I'm not missing anything down here. Okay. So she has a full set of all of her variegated flosses. So that's minis of all of her variegated flosses. She has a set of the Be Well flosses from my little Be Well pattern, Crinkle Crinkle. So that is that. And all of these have a little needle minder on them. She has, like, she sent me a ton of Toxic minis. And she has a new colorway. This is called Scale. And it's a kind of a pale purpley blue. So she sent me a ton of those. I will be keeping one of those for myself. But so all of these will be separate giveaways, separate gifts. And the toxic and the mini skeins of toxic in the scale, I'll pair those up for a bunch of littler ones. Does that make sense? Anyways, I think that is it. Let me go over my notes. That's it, guys. That's a lot. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. I'll be seeing you on Instagram, on my Facebook group, all the things that, I'll be out there on social media. I just won't be doing a video until we get back. Who knows what I'll have to share with you at that point. Until then, you take care of yourself. Oh, wait, angel card. It's buried under here. Where's the angel card? Really, I got it out. There's so much stuff. There she is. Oh, she's a pretty one. She's a pretty one. She says, forgive others even when you don't think they deserve it. You deserve the peace that comes from forgiveness. Can we do that? It's hard. But I know. Just let it go. Let it go. Especially this year. We don't need any more stress. All right, guys, I am out. You take care of yourselves. You know I love you. I love your support. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.